Kia ora koutou and welcome to the ULTI.TV coverage of the New Zealand Ultimate Mixed Championships Div 2 2025. We're coming to you from the beautiful, not quite sunny yet, but soon to be sunny, Kirikiriroa, Hamilton. And this is a pool play game just at the, I think, the lower bracket of the tournament. We've got Equilibrium here in the light versus AUUC, the Auckland University team in dark. I'm not quite sure which team's starting on offense or defense yet, but my name's Beck Soper.
And I'm Michael James.
And we're here to bring you the coverage today. Now, Michael.
Yes.
How are you finding the field conditions today?
They are not as wet as they were yesterday morning, but the disc will still be quite slippery. And I imagine due to the amount of sunblock that was worn yesterday, and today probably, the disc will be equally slippery from that as well. But I think if both teams just start to play slow, they will be able to find their rhythm quite quickly, and hopefully the sun will come out a little bit later and it'll burn off all that dew and should be perfect conditions for a lovely game of Ultimate this morning.
Yes, and we see the AUUC roster absolutely massive. Unfortunately, we don't quite have all the names and numbers for these players. So if we don't say all your names, we're very sorry. But a reminder to all the teams out there, please do update your rosters when you are submitting them. AUUC's roster quite a bit bigger than Equilibrium's. I won't say double the size, but there's an extra at least 30% in there.
Oh, it's pretty close.
Yep. That, and I know the AUUC full of young, sprightly, athletic players, so I'm hoping to see them really try and use that athleticism today to run Equilibrium, make them work really hard. Equilibrium is a slightly more experienced club. They've been around playing in Div 2 for a very long time. But yeah, mix of players, mix of athleticism, so there might be some opportunities there for AUUC to try and use a bit of athleticism versus experience to win their matchups.
Yeah, despite being a university club, they are not all university players AUUC, which was quite surprising to find out. But, you know, I think their young legs will do them quite well against this more experienced team. But I don't think Equilibrium will let them have an easy win, that's for sure.
The players on AUUC that aren't university players are high school players. So some players to look out for, apparently the trio of Avondale College boys and a few others. So we see what looks like a zone already from AUUC. Buck picking up the disc, surveying his options. Swings to Arneson, swings to Silverman, and a turn.
Yeah, I think just about what I was saying before about that disc being quite slippery at the moment. I think that was just a simple case of a little bit of water on the disc.
Yep. Oh, hard shot to make. Tries to send it down the sideline. Buck wants to send it long and does. That's Thirkwell trying to... and a piece! A piece from AUC. Manages to put the gas on and absolutely catch up.
Lovely chase down block there.
Yep, had to work really hard for it. The throw was lovely. It was really well weighted. I think Thirkwell had a really good shot at grabbing that until it got tipped. That's a big put, but is it going to come back in? No. I liked the idea. And a lot of commitment afterwards to try and clean up, grab the disc, even when it had been fully out of the field for some time. Oh, Arneson, the seasoned professional, asking for a new disc, apparently tacoed. So maybe that contact between the player, the disc, and the ground.
Oh, it looks like it got stood on.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, cleated. Having a bit of a discussion about it and have realised, yes, the disc has been cleated. Hey, this is why good old Waikato Ultimate make sure that they give each teams at least 3 game discs. Here we go, Arneson with the disc. Swings to Buck, hopefully looking for a quick swing. Yep, moves it to Silverman. We've got Scott, otherwise known as Toast, moving it back to her usual teammate in the Wellington League space, Buck. They've played together quite a bit. Silverman with the disc. I'd really love to see Equilibrium have a little bit more movement and find a little bit more space behind that first layer, of the zone. Oh, nice D. He just sneaks in there. Toast trying to chase him down. Oh, was it in? It looks like it was out.
What a grab. I did not think he had that.
Okay, we'll see if we maybe get a replay. But that was an insane grab. It was huge. The question is really where he made contact with the ground first. So if his shoulder touched the ground outside of the field, then it's too bad, so sad, unfortunately.
Great effort from, what number was that? Oh, we don't even have the numbers on the...
No, we don't.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you should give us your numbers so that we can...
tell you how cool you are.
Yeah, celebrate how sick your grabs are.
Yeah, I think he's conceded that he was outside the back of the field. It did look like that from here, but, I mean, from the commentary booth, yeah, it is a bit of a distance. And we don't currently have our replay up on screen, so we can't see necessarily even what you're seeing at home. Swings to Silverman. I'd really love to see that pass go through to Arneson behind that first layer of the cup. I really liked the way he followed his disc. That was great. He's looking. There needs to be a little bit more movement just behind that first layer. Oh my gosh. I feel like maybe Equilibrium's a little bit lucky that there was a slip there because he was ready for that D. Oh, that's going to get eaten up. Excellent defense. Excellent awareness. That disc, just too much air underneath. Too much time for the defense to get there. Silverman. Oh, great attempt, but not quite close enough. And that's an amazing score for AUUC. What we call a dirty break, given that on the first time they managed to get a turnover, they didn't score immediately and had to get another turnover and then go again.
Yeah, lovely use of quick play straight off the turnover. Equilibrium were scrambling to get back there, as you can probably see, and so they had a wide open receiver in the end zone. Good pressure from Equilibrium to try get the block, but lovely throw and lovely read of the disc.
Yes, and I think that's something that's really going to help this AUUC team is if they do get a turnover moving really quickly, Equilibrium may struggle to keep up with that just because of how fit and young these players are from AUUC. And I've heard from the assistant coach that AUUC said that the players yesterday, despite having 4 games of up to 70 minutes each, felt like they didn't have enough game time.
Well, I mean, to be fair, their roster is like...
They do have a big roster. They are all very fit, but whew, not enough game time in 4 games, apparently, in one day.
Well, hopefully after today they're feeling a little bit more satisfied.
Yep, we can only hope. And so it will be a malmatching point. We can already hear the Equilibrium players on the sideline doing a bit of an autopsy on that point, trying to figure out what they need to do differently next time. So good that they're thinking about adjustments from the get-go. We'll see if Coach Gus is giving them some good insight on what to do.
And I believe that was a spin pull.
Whoa! Getting a bit fancy with it, yeah? That's Dacre Curtis, and now it's McNee, who had a stellar game yesterday. Dacre Curtis looking downfield to Jan. Oh, nice grab under pressure. Looking downfield. Oh, lofts it over the top, but that's too much air under that. The shape not quite right to hit McNee. He gives the nod. Doesn't send it deep, though. '91 sends it with absolute speed. McNee tries to poach off to help. Doesn't get the D. Looking for a handler. But gets her friend in the zone. And that's a score. AUUC are very excited about this break.
Yeah, cramming it in the cram hole, I believe is the term. But awesome work from AUUC to with that patience on the line. I think she did very well not to panic and try throw anything too crazy. Had a nice open option and lovely footwork to make sure that was in.
Yes, it can sometimes be a little bit, you get a little bit of adrenaline in you, especially when you've snagged a disc right in front of someone who's tried to poach off DU. And then just sort of want to get rid of it as quickly as you can into the zone. It does make those option taking sometimes a bit difficult.
Yeah, the amount of times I've seen someone with a sick grab, they'll do like a huge layout or something, and then the next throw is just like some silly crossfield hammer or something like that.
Yep.
But not what happened here. Lovely work from the AUUC offense.
Taking a look at AUUC's past games, and we can see actually so far that this weekend they are winless. So they are. This is being 2 points up right at the start of the game. Obviously, very exciting for them. You can see the amount of hype that their team has. This could be their first chance at getting a dub, and we'll see if that's what comes out of this game.
Yeah, I think it would be nice for them if they can take away this win. It'll be a good way to start the day. And hopefully it'll give them a little bit more motivation and a little bit more, they'll feel a little bit more prepared for the rest of the tournament and able to secure a few more wins.
Yes, Equilibrium also winless. Great grab from Augustin. Not quite in though. Yes, Equilibrium also winless despite a very tough loss yesterday on their very, very last game versus Rotorua on Universe Point. So both teams really hunting for it, really wanting a win. And that throws into the ground, unfortunately. So it looks like Buck will be picking up. Looking downfield. Some interesting matchups. Oh, Stevens attempts a layout grab, but looks like he ground stripped himself. Moving the disc to the side of the field. There's almost no wind. McNee with the pressure defense. That's massive.
Lovely run.
Toast is going. And it's sent, but he didn't see the poacher from the AUC player.
Lovely little poach there. He was just sitting in the lane ready to eat that up.
Yep, he saw Scott going and immediately knew that needed covering. She's deadly with the disc, both for throwing and behind it for catching. She's fantastic deep receiver. Would love to see them use her more, maybe as a midfielder to try. Oh, that was hard. That was a tough grab to make. Buck with the disc now. McNee sends it. Oh, he just tried to make that a little bit. I
think there was a little bit of contact on that play.
Yeah, we'll figure out whether it affected. But yeah, I think McNee tried to throw it a little bit too much to his player, who was moving at pace when he could have floated it maybe a bit more in front. No call, disc is in. We're moving again, and the chaos continues. The stall count must be rising on this disc. They move it middle. Oh, not sure if that was the intended receiver. Augustin on the disc trying to stop AUC advancing. Oh, break backhand over the top. That was beautiful. What a little pop. Moving further down, one of the AUC players calling for it. I think Stevens got a piece of that.
I think it was pretty close. They had quite a few open side shots in that run of play.
Yeah.
I think potentially trying to get it off the sideline would have been the better move, but that shot was there, and I think very reachable for the AUC offense. That's
a huge put. Who's he looking to hit? Stevens. It's really nice. Great grab. Thirkwell's there. Oh, that's beautiful. And Equilibrium score their first point.
Lovely read of that long huck and secure two hands to bring it down as well.
Yep, Stevens honestly a bit of a weapon in the deep. We saw him ripping down some tough discs yesterday as well. I would like to see Equilibrium use their long game a bit more and having good receivers down there like Stevens, like Thirkwell, like Scott, really, really useful. They just need to have faith that those players will go and they can pull the trigger. It is tough, though, against this AUUC team with such leggy, lanky boys who... Obviously, a lot of them are looking to poach that deep space whenever they do see any matchups going male matching or female matching. That was such a beautiful put.
Yeah, just watching it back, the way he sees his defender, his offense streaking deep and is not afraid to hit that option because he knows that Stevens will collect it with ease.
Yep, and then Stevens just leading his Thirkwell into space, which I think is something that both teams could do a little bit more of, is just trusting their player to catch it in space and not trying to throw it directly to their player, because that's often what's happening where there's turnovers, because players are moving, and if you throw it to where they are when they're still moving, it's often going to be behind them. So yeah, I would love to see them trust their players a little bit more to get it in space rather than straight at their hands. And some of those really short ones are quite zippy, quite fast, and that's you can see a lot. That's where a lot of maybe the drops are happening as well. All right, disc is up. That'll hit just about the halfway point. AUUC working with a short field. That moves quickly. Dacre Curtis on mark. Oh, that's a floater. How did he grab that? There's a complete poach over this side of the field, but looked off for a poach this side of the other side of the field. And that is a clean hold from AUUC in a very efficient number of passes.
Yeah, I think there was 3 passes total.
Yep.
Beautiful work from the AUUC offense, though.
Yeah, we'll see that little thread here.
Lovely
Sneaks
shot.
it in between. Yep, just a collection of bodies. I think there was perhaps a little bit of miscoms with Equilibrium's lady matchups about who was marking who, as there was a completely poached player from AUUC far this side of the field, which could have been a hammer option, but a little bit riskier compared to something closer. And that closer option developed because Equilibrium's female matching players were sort of still figuring out who was covering that very poached player. We do have some shout-outs, actually, this game. AUUC want to shout out Georgia, who just turned 50. Looking very young for her age, very spry. Might actually have been her dad who turned 50. But shout-outs nonetheless. And Equilibrium's coming to collect the disc.
Seen a lot of forehand pulls in this game. I think that was the second one that we've seen.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
I think due to the low wind, forehand pulls are definitely an option, that's for sure.
That's nice work from Augustin. He's finding that space behind that first layer of that zone, which is really where he needs to be. It's really what needs to happen.
I'm loving the swinging from Equilibrium, making sure that the disc is always moving. Definitely helps get past that first layer of the zone.
Yep. Making the defense readjust to where the disc is what opens those holes. And they are quite patient. Scott working really well with Afandi and Mickael. Augustin finding space.
Just lovely work from Equilibrium here.
Oh, there's a bit too much float on that, but the read goes to Thirkwell. Ooh, Afandi again.
You say too much float, I say just enough.
Well, clearly you're in the right here, because oh no, he's tried it again and it's worked again. That cheeky inside out backhand.
Might have a potential out call.
Yes, it really depends on whether she had control where she put that first foot down compared to the other foot maybe, but it is called in. Look, that's sneaky stuff. I finally got away with it the first time, managed to scoot it right over the defense and decided, you know what, I'm going to go again.
We'll just have another look at that.
Here he goes. The same poach off comes. And great footwork to keep it in.
Yeah. Just lovely work from Equilibrium offense there, though, moving the disc the entire time. Did not stop at all, I don't think.
Yep. And look, honestly, that's the kind of flow that you need, and some of the unconventional passes you need as well against a zone like AUUC's. They are fit, they are fast, they are running that front layer of the zone, really trying to keep up, really making that continuation pass hard. So having a few unconventional throws in the arsenal, very important. I would like to see a few maybe fast over the tops. Maybe a fast hammer, a quick little scuba. If they are worried about the lateral defense, you know, they've got to be pretty bloody tall to defend a hammer.
I think the conditions are perfect for the over-the-top throws at the moment.
Yes.
There's absolutely no wind, touch wood. But yeah, the over-the-top is definitely an option at the moment against the AUUC zone.
Yep, it really just can't hang too long because of how quick the AUUC players are. So if it is over the top, it has to be fast. Otherwise, any hang time will mean that some of those lanky players can get under there and get a D. And here we have AUUC moving quickly. Moving down the middle of the field. I'm liking this give-go. That's a nice find. I think that is actually maybe the Georgia in question. Again, looking great for 50. Oh, nice sneaky break. Oh, that's over the top. This is a bit of an air ball. Schnau doesn't manage to get there, and that's AUUC's point.
AUUC getting hyped after every single score as well, their entire team running on the field. Love to see it.
Look, if they're not going to be tired after these games from the actual games, it's going to be from how much hype and how much running they're doing every time someone scores.
Absolutely sprinting onto the fields. Great work from AUC offense to pull that down.
Yes, tough read. We do have some shout-outs as well from the Equilibrium team. So a shout-out to Regina and William at home from Stephen Buck. He is one of Equilibrium's key handlers. We've got Pippa Mason in Canada, a former Equilibrium club member. Shout out to Pippa, we miss you. And also Polly Dacre-Curtis, hopefully also able to watch at home. Watch Scott out here, Scott Dacre-Curtis, also ripping it up. So lovely to shout out all the friends and family of both teams. Hope that you're all having a lovely day, tuning into some great Ultimate on ULTI.TV.
And Equilibrium now picking up the disc.
Fuck. Picking the disc up. Now, this is a side stack. This looks... And that's a hammer, what we've just been talking about. But again, it can't be too long in the air because those AUUC players are fast. Woo! I was so sure they were trying to set play there with the side stack. I thought they might hit someone in that open space and then go deep, but it's not happening. Mickael making the defense very tough here. That's a beautiful little pass, but not quite in. Over the top, that's loopy, and just a little bit of rush. That's not quite the choice. Right over the top like that, really hard for your receiver to grab. And honestly, just really small margin to hit.
Yeah, the disc moving away from the player, always going to make that a very difficult catch.
Just fingertips to it, but not enough. Buck's going to be picking up again. More traditional vert stack setup. Scott coming under, just off the fingertips. Throw to Shin, so tough grab. You see Buck peel off to try and do a little bit of help D with the female matching players in the middle, but gets scored on himself. Good intentions, but unfortunately his player in acres of space.
And I believe a timeout is being called by AUUC.
Interesting. Maybe, often teams with momentum don't like calling timeouts and would prefer to sort of keep the ball rolling as far as they can. But it coach be that in this instance, coach is calling a timeout to have a little bit of a chat, see if they can keep the hype at manageable levels to sustain throughout the entire game. Because they are a very hyped team at the moment, and so they should be. It might be their first dub of the tournament, and they have been doing spectacularly well. The defense is looking really good.
Yeah, I think potentially just looking at controlling the pace of the game, as we saw there, a couple throws that maybe were a little bit rushed, so potentially just looking to slow the play down and make sure that they can maintain this winning pace that they have and bring the game home.
Yep. Score already 5-2, and AUUC will be starting on offense after halftime, having won the pool. We will give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Trust Waikato and I think Well Networks for sponsoring the tournament, sponsoring Waikato Ultimate. Thank you for all the equipment, gear that you've managed to help supply for the tournament, for all Waikato's future leagues and Ultimate going on here. It's just a massive community where there's so many people in the community giving back, making sure that the sport keeps getting passed on to the next generation and the next generation. And you'll likely see that in some of our latest streams. I think we'll probably have a Hammertron Fusion stream where you can see the full gamut of different players who have been playing for very different amounts of time, but all on one team, really showcasing Hamilton's community up here and the spirit of the Waikato. So thank you to the sponsors. Also, quick shout out as well to Pure Sports Nutrition for the delightful additions to, I think, the player packs. Thanks to you guys. And there's a stunning 22 teams at this tournament.
Yeah, I think this is one of the biggest Div 2 tournaments in a long, long while.
I mean, I think perhaps ever. Div 2 has just been building up and building up. I think the biggest tournament New Zealand's maybe ever hosted, I will say tentatively, might have been back before Div 1 and Div 2 had split. And I think there was 27 or 28 teams there. And again, that was in the Waikato, that was in Hamilton. So Hamilton clearly known for being able to wrangle a whole bunch of teams in a big, big event like this. So thank you to Waikato Ultimate for doing all the organising for this one. Yes, so this is a massive tournament, and it's so exciting to see so many different teams here. We've got how many Aussie teams? 3, I think, at least.
Yeah, I think it's 3. I've seen 2 of them, but yeah, a lot of Aussie teams coming to Div 2, which is good to see. I mean, provides a little bit of new competition for some of the New Zealand teams, players that they would not have faced before.
Always exciting to see our cousins from across the ditch.
Always brings a little bit of rivalry as well.
Yeah. Well, apparently one of the players, I think one of the New Zealand teams, is over in Aussie now, and so he's got rivals on the other Aussie team. It's a fun bit of competition. After this very long time out, hopefully we will be back in play. Here we go. Disc is going up. A forehand pull again. Like you said, there have been a lot of forehand pulls. Look, I don't know if you can see the noodles on the far side of the field, but AUUC's hype is high. Arneson looking downfield, doesn't like what he sees. Finds a Fundy. Looking downfield, finds the ever-present, ever-useful Stevens, who lofts a beautiful one up to Scott. That's delicious.
Lovely quick play from Equilibrium there.
That's just a lovely string of play, finding players in space, and again, using those really solid downfield receivers that Quilly have. Just stunning stuff. And that's a beautiful clean hold.
Still can't get over how big the AUUC team is.
It is massive.
Just watching them line up their entire teams on the line at the moment. Just so many players. No wonder they're complaining about not having enough playing time.
Yeah, so for a lot of these players, it will be their first big tournament, and so there's a lot of expectation you have going into your first tournament about how well your team's going to do, how much game time you might get, how many touches the disc you might get, and I think for a lot of them this has been a real learning curve. And their assistant coach in particular was saying that the amount that the team has improved from the start of the tournament until today has been phenomenal. And I think that's just credit to the players themselves being ready and open to try new things, figure out how a tournament works, how all of that, actually looks in person rather than just on paper.
Yeah, tournament's always the best place to grow as a player, and especially away tournaments are a lot of fun, especially Div 2.
Yes.
Div 2 is always a highlight for many new players.
Yeah, it is a good vibe out here. And we see what looks like still match defense. AUC going down the line, looking down the line again, and get it. Great snag there. Over the top. This is looking rough. Too many players, too many bodies under it trying to catch that disc. And it's Equilibrium's chance at getting a break. It's going to be McNee picking up. Again, they're looking like they're doing a little bit of that traditional vertical stack. McNee is looking deep, doesn't get what he wants. He's going to find Schnauer. Nice grab under pressure. Finds Stevens. This is great movement. They're going cross field. Oh, just off the fingertips of C. I really liked that movement going from one side of the field to the other. It really meant AUUC's defense was scrambling, but just a little bit too much on the ask for that grab. AUUC looking downfield. Big fake. Back to the middle. Looking again. He's engaged his dump. McNee putting on lots of pressure, but not enough. There was a deep option there to one of their female matching players, but looked off. Would have loved to see that one go, honestly. Looking downfield again. There's a lot of noise coming from AUUC's sideline.
Shouting for a stack to be formed in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
potentially a little bit disorganized.
It is looking a bit chaotic downfield. Finding one of the female matching players coming under, looking deep, but the timing's not quite right. Equilibrium, forcing a turn. Lots of pressure on that mark from Stevens. That's going to be Scott to pick up. Finds Dacre Curtis. Thirkwell with the disc. Looking at Stevens, not getting him. There needs to be just a little bit more decisiveness here from some of those Equilibrium cuts. Oh, defense. He's asking his player to go. He's going to send it no matter what. The throw's a bit loopy, but when you've got that level of height, I would say that's a good choice. But Dacre Curtis shows that we're all wrong. Gets absolutely great positioning, gets vertical, gets the D, but then overthrows Schnauer. Would have perhaps loved to let someone else pick that disc up, and it's gone again. This is a great box out, but is he out of the field?
Oh my God, he learned how to box. Oh my fucking God.
There's such excitement on the sideline. This might be the game that particular player has learned how to box a player, and did it beautifully, but just...
I think he almost boxed him too well. Didn't give himself enough time to get the disc. But beautiful work to give himself that space.
Honestly, I think boxing players is something that when you've got sort of the knack of it, you've got the idea of it, it's, great pressure from Stevens, and that's another turn. This point is getting messy. But yeah, once you've got the knack of it, it's just practice, and you become absolutely a beast.
Yeah, it's something that the experienced players do very well, is boxing other players out.
Thirkwell with a great under. She's been finding space for Equilibrium all game. Finds Scott. Finds McNee. He's looking deep, but not getting what he wants. Sends something low into the ground. I will say one of Equilibrium's real strengths that they're showing is their ability to use all the players on their team. So many of their female matching players are doing a lot of work here. Timeout called to win. Fair enough, after an absolutely hectic number of turnovers.
I think there was another AUUC timeout as well, so they won't have many left. But I think Equilibrium will be very happy that they used up potentially their last for
this half.
For this half, yeah.
Yep. Last one for this half. They'll have one in the next half. Unless we somehow made a mistake and the earlier timeout was a Equilibrium timeout, but it did not look that way from the booth. But the source of truth is the teams, unfortunately, and we cannot wander over there and have a chat because we will accidentally unplug our microphones. Shout out as well to the ULTI.TV crew over in Australia, who's also covering Div 2 over in Aussie. Apparently with 2 fields on the New Zealand Div 2 and 2 fields over on the Australian Div 2, and maybe also a Spanish-speaking stream?
I think so. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I would not be surprised. ULTI.TV with quite a big production crew doing a lot of good work for the Ultimate community.
Yes, I wouldn't even say big. The number of them here over in New Zealand, not high, but the amount of work they're doing, very high.
Yeah, I've had the fortunate chance to work on the cameras with them. What they do is amazing. They make it look so easy.
Yep. Training up heaps of volunteers, which just really grows the ability of other people to maybe take up the baton and give that a crack. So it's just all love here at the University of Waikato Fields. Trying to get a peek in at some of the other game scores, but unfortunately, as we found out in yesterday's stream, I need my prescription checked and I cannot see anything. Now, if you were in Equilibrium's little timeout circle at the moment, what sort of advice would you be giving your team?
I would probably... I think what they're doing at the moment is quite good. They're moving the disc lots, using the width of the field, which is shows like how experienced they are. A lot of newer teams struggle to utilize the width of the field. I think potentially just slowing it down on the turn, and just taking those 100% options at the moment, nothing too risky, and just trying to maintain structure if they can. But I think they're starting on defense, so that they'll be looking to put on a lot of pressure on the AUUC players, and I have no doubt they will put up a good fight.
Yes, we can see that AUUC's plan B when plan A isn't working. So plan A being the normal offensive flow, finding free players on the open side or wherever. Their plan B is often yak it long, which, not a terrible plan B, especially when you've got some tall, lanky receivers in the deep. But some of their execution on those throws making it quite hard for their receivers to bring those down. Still, they know that with the amount of defensive pressure they have, they can get the disc back, usually. But we'll see if that keeps working. Engaged handler. Sort of trotting away. Looking deep, and we see that big put go up. We'll see if the reader's good. Oh, it is good, but he doesn't manage to secure the catch. That was an interesting... The way that disc flew did make it a little bit difficult for him. We'll see Scott picking up.
And it looks like it might have just hit his chest as he was trying to catch it and bounced out.
That's a nice break to McNee. Looking deep. Sends it middle to Thirkwell. Oh, and he manages to get the revenge D. He's asking for it immediately, but doesn't get it. Really? Oh, and he's still going to get bookends, though. Bookends for that man. I bet he wish he did it the first time, but still twice is sometimes just as nice.
Oh, and we have a row in the boat celebration
Yes!
out. The entire team's out there.
Yes! I love goal celebrations. I need more of them. That's delightful.
That is one big boat.
That's one big boat. Let's see that one go up again. Okay, looks off the deep, finds in the middle, and you see her just sneak one through that lane. Snag is secure that time.
And I think AUUC must have been listening to the stream because that one was into space and easy for their players to run onto, which is quite good.
Yep, can't argue with that. Well placed from the female matching thrower. Good stuff. And let's hope we see more of it. I think the coach is calling a line. This is intense. Maybe, do you know what they're trying to do?
Trying to take half.
Surely. Surely.
I don't think Equilibrium will give them half that easily, though.
We will see. We've got Coach Gus on the equilibrium side, looking back over his shoulder, trying to see what types of matchups they've got. And AUUC ready with the pull. And hopefully we'll get the show on the road.
Will we see another forehand pull?
Look, I'll be honest, I hope not. Most players have a backhand that goes a bit further than a forehand, and you can tend to get a bit more loft on it. Look at that, beautiful. The only person I've ever met in my life who has done a really, really fantastic, disgusting forehand pull was a man called Jesse from America. And look, Americans are just built different. Afandi grabs that one. Would have been excited to see that one go to Scott in the deep. Valk doesn't manage to track that one down, and it's a turnover. AUUC scrambling. Oh no! I can see the lane he was trying to hit, but the height and just the speed of that disc not intersecting with any of his receivers downfield. Valk will have the chance to pick up the disc again. We have very loud cries of shooter from the sideline. Valk is a shooter. He is looking. Disc isn't going. I still think they do need to give those a go. Give those a sniff. Even if there is a turnover there, sending it deep means that there's a bit more distance. You get a bit more. Oh, that's going to be just over her fingers.
Especially in what's considered, or what is sometimes known as coffin corner, that corner right of the end zone. Very difficult to get it out of there, so sometimes the best option is just to huck it long, especially if you are running out of time. It just gives your team a little bit of extra space to work with on defense.
Yeah. And finding that space to throw into, really, really useful. Sends it deep.
There we go.
I feel like Afandi thought that maybe that disc was for Leung. I feel like he could have tracked it down.
An equilibrium with the run through D.
Yes, Silverman. Oh, what a layout grab from Artisan to save that disc. Clearly for Afandi, but conservation of greatness sends it behind Silverman instead of in front of her. I think he was excited by the amount of space that was there, but they really need to throw it into the space that the players are moving to. AUC now with a chance to keep going. There's someone going deep! Oh, I would have loved to see that one go. There we go, moving further down the sideline. Defense from Equilibrium scrambling to keep up. They might just throw it in the jam hole, and they do.
Open side after open side after open side. Love to see it though. Lovely work from AUUC. Had Equilibrium scrambling on defense as well.
Yes. And that is something that we talked about near the start of the stream, that their speed, their fitness was going to be what made the matchup hard for Equilibrium, who despite their a lot of their own athleticism, some of their players a little bit more experienced, we'll say, in years compared to some feisty teenagers. So yes, keeping up can be difficult. Yep.
And I believe that's half, potentially.
That, or perhaps AUUC thought that we were still playing to 13. I think today's games might be to 15.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, who knows? Maybe they are just calling a line for every line. It does feel quite special when a line is called to be called on the line. So hopefully they're using all their players still and letting everyone have a crack at this game, because it is a stunner. A really good one for these less experienced players to sink their teeth into. Try out what the high pressure environment feels like when you are at a tournament like this. So Equilibrium, as we know actually though, is a second half team. Second half club actually, they've described themselves as. They went on a 4-0 run of breaks yesterday against Ikigai, and have done this on stream in the past against a few other teams. So we'll see if they manage to bring their comeback game to the second half. Or who knows, right now, to the end of this first half.
It always makes the game a little bit more exciting when you have a comeback on your hands. That wind's starting to pick up a little bit. So
Okay, well. Coming from Wellington, I didn't notice that. Like, there is a little bit, but, man, the conditions are still fantastic. If anything, this is a great opportunity for Equilibrium to look deep, because having the wind a little bit behind them means that they can... Oh, how did he grab that?
lovely recovery.
Oh, again, having a bit of a stunner. Over the top to Schnauer. Nice grab at full extension. Jan. Yes. There is a little bit of wind, which it makes it a little bit easier to send it deep. Schnauer with another great grab. Very zippy disc. Great grab from Jan. I'd really love to see someone go deep. Decisively deep. Oh, out of the hands of Dacre Curtis. They're looking deep. They send it deep, but Dacre Curtis is going to get the revenge. Oh, no! He was so close.
What a play that would have been. Lovely commitment from him to throw his body on the line.
Great reaction speed as well. Oh, my Lord.
So close. I think he almost got fingertips on it.
I think, yeah, it would have been so hard to get them under the disc before the disc hit the grass, but, oh, spicy.
What a play that would have been.
Yeah, Dacre Curtis now with the disc, looking downfield. Doesn't find Jan. Looking for McNee, but the AUUC defense just proving too fast, too furious. Look, that's just marvelous play, honestly. Quick break, and that is half.
Almost a Callahan on that turnover as well.
Look, if he managed to somehow juggle, batter and juggle it in, and then secure the disc, that would have been very impressive stuff. Of course, you cannot intentionally juggle discs to try and get more distance in Ultimate. But hey, when you're that close anyway, hard to notice. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning into the first half of this game, Equilibrium versus AUUC. We'll catch you in the second half. But for now, it's Matawa from me, Beck Soper.
And Michael James.
But I think ideally, even if you're up forward here, go like
We're all in this together. We may not be able to completely change the landscape, but what we can do is provide our little support for grassroots projects that are making a profound impact. And what we know is that when we make a profound impact in our own backyards, in our own communities, it ripples across the world. If we all looked in our own backyards to make that change there, then the world really does become a better place, and that's what we're committed to achieving.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
Well Energy Trust supports energy solutions and investments which enable our communities to thrive, now and into the future.
Come with us, share our waka, and feel our strength and passion. For this is a place beyond the expected, which constantly surprises. With natural beauty, powerful history, and out-of-this-world experiences. Always far from the ordinary, this is a magical region of villages to play, relax, connect, and explore in. Here, our kaitiaki runs deep, our mana inspires, and unforgettable discoveries are just around the bend. A welcoming place where our people keep it real and experiences become unreal. This is the mighty Waikato. It's all yours to discover.
He's in a great spot. He's in a perfect spot. Yes, his massive head has blocked everything. That was a huge play, but we have seen none of it. Finny, he's done it. Oh my goodness. That is unbelievable. And credit to Chen and made for it.
That was absolutely incredible. Kia ora koutou and welcome back to the ULTI.TV stream of the New Zealand Mixed Ultimate Championships Div 2. We're here down in the lower brackets of the last day. We've got AUUC versus Equilibrium, both currently winless, but
Yep.
AUUC taking half decisively at 8-3, looking to secure their first win. Equilibrium, though, as we know, is a second half team and ready to get in and amongst and see what magic they can work, and if that's enough to bring back this massive point deficit. It's not going to be easy. This is a very, very big hole they've dug themselves into. Look, what would you be saying to the team if you were trying to GM up the second half?
I mean, equilibrium, like you said, second half club apparently. So they've done it before, and I've seen bigger score lines than this, or bigger differences in the scoreline than this, and teams have still been able to come back. So it's not impossible, but they just got to really put their head down and put in the work. And I think it would be amazing to see an equilibrium comeback. There have been quite a few comebacks this tournament, actually, especially on the live games as well. I believe Mount came back. I can't remember who they were playing the other day, but came back from a similar
Kindred,
point.
I believe.
Yeah, came back from a similar point deficit.
Possibly more.
And yeah, I think, and they were able to bring that to Universe. So equilibrium does have a chance.
Yes, and speaking of Kindred, cheeky score update. They're currently versing the undefeated Moore, and they're up 8-6. Thrown just behind, and Schnauer schnaffles it. McNee looking deep. Nothing's coming that he wants. He's got Stevens on the under if someone commits. Schnauer's coming back for it. Oh, so close.
Lovely one-handed grab.
So close from Westerland on that D. She was so close to it, but Thirkwell sneaks away with the point.
And a beautiful shot. Threaded it through quite a few players as well.
Yep, some of that sneakiness, some of the experience showing off on the equilibrium side. That's what they need to do more of. That's what we'd like to see more of.
Yeah, equilibrium just struggling to get it off that sideline a little bit.
Westerland was so close to that D. Sneaks it through. She's now really instrumental on that point for equilibrium on defense and offense. She's a workhorse, that's for sure.
And equilibrium already 1 point closer to that comeback.
Yes, slowly digging themselves out of the hole. But they will really have to put the defensive clamps on to be able to make a difference here. Look, it'd be marvellous if they did make a comeback. With some marvellously good D. See, the thing is, when you are trying to put that defensive clamps on, you've really got to pick your matchups, have a really solid game plan that everyone is on board with, and honestly, when it does work, when it comes off, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Got Thirkwell ready to pull, just waiting for AUUC. And here we go. Conventional backhand pull, that's going to roll a little bit. AUUC with a short field to work with. Not necessarily their favourite field, to be honest. They've been sending a lot of long shots. Looking downfield. McNee on defense. Engages his handler. That was, out of the hands of Gia. Oh, Nelson. No, that one can't be right. Some of the names and numbers we have managed to recover from the AUUC side, but I've just noticed a few numbers are actually the same as each other. Thirkwell, so close to running that down.
Almost a perfectly weighted shot there. I think just struggling a little bit to match the pace with the player, but lovely work from 43 to chase that down the entire way. Just not quite able to get there.
A little bit more float's all it needed. I did hear AUC's coach say in the halftime that their ladies were doing a lot of work downfield, and that's where they wanted to see them shine. So we are seeing them make cuts and get free. That's number 11. Oh, I think that was a little bit of a miscomm. Huang, not really sure if the disc was for him. McNee's going to take the chance to take a knee and do a shoe, while Schnau goes to pick up the disc. She's looking downfield. It's not a lot happening. Stevens, one of their stalwart, oh, there's a big bid on defense. One of the stalwart downfielders. Struggling to get it off that sideline. The stall count must be rising. Great defense. Now just, the disc was on her back shoulder. It's so difficult to try and catch that.
Yeah, I think a high stall throw potentially could have paid off, but I think just a little bit unfortunate with the placement.
Just doesn't go to the break side to that cut, just out of the hands of one of their female matching players. Sends it over the top. Now, oh, right into the hands of Thurkwell. Lovely stuff, ladies. That was gorgeous.
Beautiful grab.
Yes, under pressure too.
I'm loving the number of two-handed grabs that we're seeing in this game. Often you see players trying to make these big one-handed grabs, but no, in this game, nice, secure, two hands, making sure of it.
Yes, and honestly, the grass has finally sort of finished drying up, but you know there is still a little bit of moisture around. A lot of sunblock on the hands because everyone does know it's going to get sunny again later. So, two hands, safest way to secure the disc. And that disc just perfectly weighted to do it. So I think the difference that I'd like to see from AUUC is trying to hit some of those undercuts that are happening early on in the stall count. Some of them are break side, some of them are open side, but it's really, the ladies are doing a lot of work down there. They're making good cuts, they're getting separation. And I'd love to see those passes really early on in the stall count go. Just because it might not be what you think of as, you know, the biggest gainer you could get, it can generate more movement. So taking that early one, going, getting the disc again, and then sending another one, creating that movement, being able to put the defense out of position, really important.
Yeah, sometimes that constant movement is all you need to get into that kind of flow, and then from there, each pass is incredibly easy.
Yeah, and that is just out, so that will be bricked.
I think that's the first brick pull that we've had all game.
Oh. Trying to see who that is with the disc. It might be Toe. Oh, and sends it at her toes. That's so unfortunate. A great attempt though from number 31. Segedin, I think. We've gotten a few of the names and numbers. McNeil with the disc, looking for Yan, but just off his fingers. He tries to recover, but can't manage to do it. Few players on the equilibrium side have their drink bottles within the distance between the field and the... oh, nice grab. So yeah, rude stuff from them, and a little bit of rude stuff from Dacre Curtis. Tries to give his mate a hug on the mark. I think that was Gamry who just took the contact and dealt with it. That might be Segedin with the disc. Looking downfield. You can hear home and away being called. It seems like Equilibrium have decided to do a force middle, and that's a big put, but I don't think that's coming back in, and Thickwell makes sure of it. Yeah, Dacre Curtis and the AUUC number 12, Gamry, giving each other a little bit of a high five. I think acknowledging there was a bit too much contact from Dacre Curtis in that previous point. But obviously no ill intent. The vibes are pretty good here on this field. Oh, the disc is up, and Stevens, uncharacteristic drop. But I like that shot. I like that idea. I think they need to do more of that. And having that really decisive under and then away cut from Stevens was the perfect setup. Look, that's Segedin again. Sending it through to Westerland. Looking downfield. Back to Hua. Oh, Nope, Bento. Oh, Tane! McNee with a hand to it. Says no thank you, not today, not on my field. McNee taking his time to pick the disc up, letting his offense get into position. That's really big. Oh, Stevens takes it. He's got a follow-up cut as well from Z. It's really lofty, though. There's going to be a chance for Westerland. Oh, no! There was a chance for Westerland to get in there, and she tried, but, sandwiched between players. Woo!
And that scoreline getting ever closer. Equilibrium now on 6 to AUUC's 8. Reminder that Equilibrium were down 8-3 at the start of half. And they did say that they were a second half team.
Yeah, proving it as we can see. Great take, honestly.
A beautiful grab from them.
It's under a lot of pressure. Look, I'm hoping for more stunning plays like that.
Stevens doing a lot of great work in the downfield as well. I think I've seen him run long quite a few times and then make sure of catching that disc, and then I think he's gotten quite a few lovely little assists as well.
Yes. It does seem to be part of the blueprint that does work for Equilibrium is send it deep to Stevens. He catches it somewhere within the red zone and then sends another pass to one of usually Equilibrium's female matching players who have absolutely backed that cut up, sprinted down to be the next in line, and it's just been so successful.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Honestly, yeah. Use it more, in fact. Yes, I do think that we have two separate Equilibrium lines running. The personnel on each line quite different. McNee's line, if we're naming if we're naming specific players on the lines versus the Buck line, do look quite different. So we'll see what Buck's line has to give this AUUC team. That is a big pull. Looks like it's going to stay in as well. Fantastic stuff from Buck. Moves middle to 11. A little bit of give go up here, just letting the downfield get. Oh, never mind. We're not letting anyone get anywhere. Westerland, can she track it down? Oh, what a great bid. That was a great cut and a great put.
Absolutely massive rip from number 77, I think that is.
Man, that was exciting stuff. Just off the tips of her fingers.
Beautiful throw. Lovely shape on that.
Yes. I think the only thing the receiving player could have done better would have been to try and look over their shoulder, clock it earlier, so that way they could adjust their line a little bit earlier, meaning they didn't have to grab it when it was trailing so far away from themselves. Hard to do, though. Hard to do when you're running full pelt. And that's Arneson with the disc. I think they might be isolating a few players deep, and they are. Scott, but just on the inside. Segadin, 1 of 2 on the team, managing to put enough pressure. We have the disc moving. I think that's a Maehr. Sends it over the top, but it's an absolute skybox, and Silverman comes down with it. The shortest player possibly on the field. Absolutely roofs everyone else with the read.
A little bit of a David versus Goliath situation going on there.
Honestly, it is. Watching Westerland versus Silverman next to each other, there does look like there's almost a foot of height difference. And Westerland, loving her matchup, is going deep. So is another one of the AUUC male matching players. Gets a cute little inside. Westerland's calling for it over the top. Honestly, not the worst option, but Arneson putting enough pressure on it that it's hard to hit. Number 95 with the disc now. And that's a score from AUUC after a tenacious back and forth.
Lovely work from both teams there. AUUC getting their first point of the half, though.
Stopping the bleeding, we'll put it that way. Trying to put a stop to the Equilibrium comeback train. Saying, no, sorry, this track is closed. You cannot come into the station. The noodle is still, that's a great Great little tracker play. The Noodles are still out. Oh, and AUUC calling a timeout.
Used a lot of timeouts this game.
Yes. Yes. Look, I can't say I've made sure that I'm intimately familiar with Div 2's rules and how many exact timeouts people get per game, but usually at a tournament like this, it is 3 with a maximum of 2 per half. So let's hope that AUUC remember that and that perhaps they don't have any more.
Well, they have the numbers to keep on running this half, so I think they're quite happy to use up their timeouts.
Yeah, I'm not sure that the numbers necessarily or the legs are a problem for AUUC. I think it's really a mental game for them. Being at their first big tournament, or a lot of their players' big first tournament, being able to sort of refocus, have that time to talk through the game plan and make sure that everyone's still on the same page, if the game plan has changed or not, is quite important.
I think Equilibrium will be quite happy with the timeouts, though, having a shorter roster, and they still have 2 left in this half as well, so they will probably be sure to use those a little bit later in the game.
Yes. Something that I might enjoy seeing, honestly, is if Equilibrium do get in that position again when they've sent it deep and caught it just outside the end zone, if there is no backup coming, possibly calling a little strategic timeout there.
Yeah, setting up an isolation play or something just to secure the point.
Yes. They do have some great breakthrows on their team and some very, very nippy little cutters who can find the squirrely little spaces that those throwers are looking for.
And Equilibrium definitely still in this game, only a 3-point deficit now.
Yes. Trying to be tall enough at the moment to see whether the Mua kindred, we can give you a score update on that. But it does look like a very fierce competition on the other field as well. Very exciting stuff.
And the game behind us, Beyond Well versus Tough Cookies. The other stream game is also looking quite close. I believe it's 9-7 if I can read the scoreboard from here.
Look, you've got young eyes. You probably can. Oh, I'm hoping that we'll keep seeing this game get closer and closer. And then the inevitable delight and despair of the losing team and the winning team are both searching for their first win. So it is tough stuff out there for them.
Yes, someone's losing streak will be ended this game. And both teams want that to be them, so it'll be quite a fair second half.
Yes. You can tell AUUC in particular are hungry for it. I think perhaps they expected to win maybe 1 or 2 of their games yesterday, and coming out winless does cut pretty hard. Yes, AUUC will be pulling to Equilibrium as they've just managed to hold. Coach Gus giving some last-minute pointers to his players. It does look like the McNee line is back out. I don't know if we can necessarily, if they're actually that specifically split or anything, but
I think the McNee line is the perfect name for them.
Yeah. Yes, well, they do have a lot of lovely downfield receivers on this line. So I'm hoping that is the game plan. Find one of those and then a cheeky pop into the zone. Here we go. That's a pull from number 82 on the AUUC squad. There we go. That's Scott with the disc, and it looks like a zone. I've taken the time to set up, and it's happening. Cohen to Silverman. Fundy in that pocket, but just hard to hit.
Looking like a cup from AU's. Or
Arrowhead for sure. McNee. Thirkwell sneaking into the middle. Afandi in the middle. McCohen. That's Scott with the disc now. Oh, sneaks one through to McNee. That's what we love to see from Scott. She's a sneaky lady. And that follow-up cut that she did as well. Fantastic and sneaky, but just out of her hands. Oh, an AUUC. Throw it away. Again, behind the player, running into space instead of in front of them. McNee with the disc now. Looking to see what he's got. Swinging wide. Scott's. Oh, she with a great sniff at that. Scott to Silverman. Sneaking through to McNee, who sends an absolute laser, unfortunately, over the head of their number 11, Leong. I think he thought if he put enough zip on that, he'd manage to sneak it past that lanky AUUC defender. But by putting that much zip, I think maybe the angle just got a little bit compromised.
Yeah, just a little bit too high for the offense, but
let's see if Equilibrium can get it back. Oh, Thirkwell swipes, but doesn't manage to get anything there. There's a lot of air under that disc. It almost looked recoverable, but honestly, it would have been a huge ask for Ling. All right, we've got McCohen picking up the disc now. Swings to Scott. Swings to McNee. Finds Silverman, but inching closer. McNee sneaking behind, but finds Scott. Oh, you can see she looked maybe at the inside out a little bit there. Silverman finds Scott again. Afandi. Very patient stuff. And Scott again with the drop. She's going to be kicking herself for that one.
Yeah, just a little bit unfortunate, potentially thinking about the throw coming after that catch.
Yep, and AUUC will get another bite at this. Looking for number 4. That's Dean. Oh, Afandi with the defense. He throws up the double peace sign at the crowd. What a showboat. Scott faking. Finds McNee. Moves it to McCohen. Sends a sneaky one over the top. Oh, just through the hands of Leong. That looked catchable maybe, but
lovely vision to try and work it through that zone.
honestly, being able to find that lane between players, really, really good, but just the catch at the other end wasn't there.
If it had paid off, they would have been in tons of space.
Oh, it would have been fantastic. Another disc to ground from AUUC. Not quite intersecting with the receiver. It looks like they might be switching to match. Scott is going. I like that matchup, but it's not coming. Leong with the disc. Fakes, finds Afandi. Thirkwell's in the deep. Oh, and it looks really short. Oh, that disc looked a little bit short. And no call there. I think both maybe recognizing that the throw could have been, it really needed to be to that back corner if it was going anywhere that side.
Yeah, potentially just a little bit too low. But
yep. That or maybe hitting the fat side. Oh, that's just over the top, and Scott grabs it on the way down. They do say grab your Ds. That was fantastic. Big wide swing. That's beautiful. That's stunning.
Lovely shot. Lovely shot across the field.
Thirkwell.
Into acres of space.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely free. I love it when I see either team actually making that big cross-field movement. Going from one side to the other, it really exposes the defense, makes their job really hard. So whenever you have the opportunity, they should be taking it. Here we go. We're going to see that replay, see what exactly went wrong. Yep, it just goes over the top, backed enough for Scott to grab it to make sure it is a D, because honestly I feel like the AUUC player was ready to go again. Thirkwell manages to keep her feet in. How good.
Yeah, nice little bit of footwork there just to make sure that she was in and secure that point. And Equilibrium now only down by 2.
It's coming. The Equilibrium comeback train. It's happening. Yeah, that was footwork actually. Been great all weekend. She got an early one in this game. That one in this game as well, obviously. And she's had another couple, I think, earlier in the tournament. So great to see Equilibrium using all their excellent downfield receivers. And it will be Thickwell pulling. Oh, never mind. Handing it over to Schnau, who has been a workhorse on defense and offense.
I mean, all of the Equilibrium players are workhorses there. Such a short roster there. All.
They have to be, don't they? Like a stable full of Clydesdales. That's Equilibrium. Oh, I'm going to get told off for that afterwards. McNee on the mark, trying to put pressure. That's Sigurdin looking downfield. Doesn't find what she wants. Or does she? A little bit of give-go happening. I like that. We see
and
a
the big huck.
We see a big point. Oh, no! Dacre Curtis goes up early. A little bit of a misread, and it gets pulled down. I think number 65. I think that is Reese Nelson. I hope so, anyway. So that matchup has been one that we've been watching earlier in the game as well. Dacre Curtis and Nelson. I think that was one where Dacre Curtis got, look at this, goes up just a little bit early. Oh, and Nelson catching it behind himself.
Almost having to do like a 360 just to...
A little 360 no scope. Does manage to reel it in. Good from him. But yes, Dacre Curtis coming off better in the matchup, I think at least once earlier in the game. So I hope that matchup keeps happening. It's an exciting one to watch. A little bit of just height and athleticism versus slightly less height, but possibly more experience and athleticism. Very fun one to watch.
And shout out to number 77 for that amazing shot as well. That was... He's done a couple of those this game.
Look, I think he saw just an absolute pile of blue going into that corner and said, yes, please. One of them will get it. And honestly, with tall timber on the other end, like Nelson, yes. The answer is yes. All right, so AUUC trying to hold off the Equilibrium comeback train. We'll see what happens on this point.
And Equilibrium picking up the disc here.
Yes. A little bit switchy on those first couple. Oh, fake from Arneson. He's struggling to find what he wants, but gets Silverman with a big gainer. That's just a smart cut and a great space. She finds Scott. It's great grab from Scott. Great little chain from the ladies. I almost thought that might be going deep to Z. Scott finds Bark. Over the shoulder. This is a classic connection from Wellington. Wellington Monday and Thursday night leagues. Buck and Scott having played together a decent amount and just beautifully placed, beautiful cut.
Yeah, nice string of passes from Equilibrium there to work it up the field quickly. I don't think AUUC was quite ready for them to be advancing that quickly, and then they had a lovely shot there at the end.
They did put a lot of pressure on those first couple of passes. Arneson struggling to get the disc out, but Silverman making a great cut, bailing him out. And you can see that catch again, just too easy. Unlike that catch she had to make earlier, which was ankle height. But she reels it in. Over the top, bang.
Great shape on that throw as well.
Yes.
Nice and easy for the receiver. Didn't have to think too much about it.
Yes, very hard for the defense to get a nibble on it. Just because of the parabola of the throw. We're getting technical.
It's like I'm back at school again.
Look, someone's giving out lessons here on the field. It's not me. I mean, to be fair, Buck was putting on a bit of a clinic with that one. So hopefully we'll see some more throwing clinics happen on field. The conditions are just fantastic. Like, there's really no wind here. It's just stunning. Honestly, I want to see some more over the tops, but that's mostly because over the top throws are exciting and sometimes result in turnovers, and that's fun too.
Yeah, I'd love to see some more big shots from both teams, utilising that deep space as much as possible.
Yes. Well, AUUC have tall timber not only in their dudes, but also in their female matching players. I mean, we've seen Westerland go deep quite a few times and just either destroy people or be a little bit overthrown, unfortunately. But they've got Franich on field as well, who had just streaked deep, but no joy there. McNee's going to be picking up.
Stevens with the disc.
Looking downfield. He's going to find Schnauer. Ooh, with a wobbly. Oh, flutter no butter. Dacre Curtis. Finds Schnauer again. She's getting every second pass at the moment. She's going to float this one for McNee. Dacre Curtis. Oh, that's a very high parabola. Oh, is there going to be... No. Any quick discussion there? No. I think they both agree they got a little bite at it, but not enough. The contact that did happen was perhaps offsetting. Both of them had a good snaffle at it, and no one was coming down with it. All right, AUC get to try and get a dirty hold. We can hear Equilibrium are doing a force middle. That's Franich with the disc now. Struggling to get it out of her hands, but finds number 4 downfield. Dean sends a deep one. Dacre Curtis, oh, gets roofed though. That was such a nice grab.
Oh, and the score as well.
He'll be stoked with that one. Dacre Curtis really putting everything he had into that attempt on the D. AUC only 4 points away from complete victory, but we're also 3 points away from time cap. Look at this again. Oh!
Absolutely roofs him. What a grab.
It was a great read. He had position. Dacre Curtis really would have had to have worked so hard he would have had to have maybe had jet boosters in his shoes to get high enough to get around the fact that the AUUC player had the best position, had read it really well and just decided this was the spot. So props to AUC and Equilibrium as well for the attempt on the D. It was a huge, huge ask.
And Equilibrium still managing to keep it close this half. Still a 3-point deficit.
They're chipping away at it. They are chipping away, but with time cap incoming, somehow I don't think that we're going to be getting to 15 this game. So they really need to speed that up if they want to have a chance at coming away with the win.
Well, if there's any team that's going to do it, it'll be Equilibrium.
Yep. Second half steam. Second half team. Right, the disc is gone. Looks like it will be Buck to pick up. I've got all the ladies downfield. Doing maybe a bit of... Oh, that's huge! That's massive! Can Thurgold grab it? And she can! One-handed! Oh, and maybe she's done something to her leg. Oh, no. That's horrendous. Her ankle? Oh, she went up one-handed, has landed badly on her ankle. Oh, no, that's horrendous. We'll see that go again. Here we go. She grabs it with one hand and just...
Oh, looks like she's rolled it after she's caught it.
Oh, that's horrendous. Okay, well, she is getting up, limping heavily, but under her own steam. But, oh, no, maybe getting a... Yep, she's got some support helping her get off the field. Doesn't look particularly happy with this turn of events. It always sucks to get injured at a tournament, especially right in the midst of the height of excitement when your team is making a comeback, and you have been instrumental in that comeback.
Yeah, she's been putting in the hard yards this game. Still managed to score, take control of that disc as well to secure the point. But yeah, unfortunate injury.
Yes, we have heard the hooter. Time cap has gone. They need to finish this point. And then it's add 1 or add 2?
Add 1.
Ah, okay, good. Used to be back in mine, used to be add 2. But yes, so that's what we'll see. Time cap is gone. Whoever scores this point will add 1. So if, for example, Equilibrium managed to break and score, and the score is 10-11, it will be a game to 12. If AUUC managed to score this point, then it will be a game to 13. So, what an exciting time. AUUC definitely with their noses out in front. Equilibrium will have to break consecutively to be able to make this game a dub in either situation. Scott with a big pull. Little give go to start with. Looking nice. There's no defense here. Finally has managed to catch up, but only after they've taken a huge amount of the field. Moving it really quickly between the male matchups. Nice one-handed grab. And just a point. Oh, no! I have a feeling like that throw was maybe for the female matching player. Hard to tell. But yes, just off the hands and into the ground.
Yeah, 2 players behind that disc. Unfortunately, both of them thought it was for the other person.
Yeah. I think they just needed to be decisive. One of them just be like, no, it's for me. That's a big put from Scott, but just out the sideline. I liked that she was shooting for Stevens, but we hear the coach frantic from the sideline about possible poachers. But this is a tight space to be working in. AUC looking if they can cram it down the cram hole, and they do. That's number 82 at the disc now. Close. Decker Curtis wanting to... Oh! And a one-handed grab from number 10! Massive. That's Zhao. Good grab. Good grab and good grief. What a... really, really tunneled that one little lane to throw into, but hey, paid off, and that will be game to 13. So AUC need to break, or Equilibrium need to hold and then break a couple of times in a row. So, crikey.
Lovely one-handed grab there.
Yes.
Able to keep it as she fell as well.
Yep, no ground strip here. Very good stuff.
And great work from AUC to be patient in front of the end zone as well. I think compared to the start of the game, they're a lot more calm and not looking to rush it as much, which is great to see.
Yes, there were some very rogue discs in the first half of the game. Not that there haven't been in the second half, but it has been a bit of controlled chaos, I would say, in the second half rather than complete chaos.
I think first game of the second day, nerves are still a little bit high going into the second day, last day of the tournament. Also be a little bit tired, so judgments may be a little bit off, but they're getting back into the swing of it.
Especially when you manage to go 3-0 up.
Exactly.
To kick things off and really just start feeling excited that today might be the first dub. So here we go.
We'll find out soon.
Yes. All right, we've overheard from the sideline from the AUUC coach that the line that's currently on are all of their very, very, very youngest players, so likely mostly high schoolers. And they call shooter, and he does shoot. That is buck to Scott. Oh! And one of the youngest players on AUUC does manage to get a hand to it. I think because of all the really good sideline comms, letting them know that it was coming. Massive pick. Some suspiciously free people.
Yeah, you do have to wonder if when they're that open, if something maybe has gone on.
That's a great D. Shout out to number 17. One of the Segadins, I believe. All right, the throw will go back. McNee saying that the pick happened what looks like so long ago that it did affect perhaps whether he could have had a little play on the disc. High five, and hopefully off they go. Yeah, Fundy's tapping the ground, and off they go. McNee, close enough for a little nibble. Valk looking. They really managed to lead their player into space. Lots of pointing happening. Whoa, Mickael maybe had a nibble at that, but not enough speed. Maybe not enough awareness that it was coming. Back on the mark now.
Big cries of poach from downfield. I think he wants that disc.
I believe that was Bento. Oh, that disc is floaty, but AUCC are going to recover it. Bento now with the disc. Sends a big deep one. That's a backhand, but I don't think that's coming back in.
Yeah, just fading out of bounds.
Yep. Just perhaps maybe a wider pivot or something to keep that core stable when he let that throw off. Just tilts over a little bit too much. Oh, a little bit of an overthrow there, but Scott manages to recover. Fantastic stuff. Really difficult. The mark's really active. McNee with the disc now. Looking deep. He's got a crossfield shot, but it's difficult. Mickael is going to tow it in. No! Just out of his grasp. Oh, no. That was such a beautiful looking shot. Just super hard grab. One hand trailing away from him.
Looks like he might have tweaked his hamstring as well, trying to get that.
Look, I have seen the strapping down there. It's pretty intense.
Hopefully nothing too serious. Equilibrium won't be wanting to lose another player this late in the tournament.
No, their roster's not that big to begin with. Yeah, a couple of those first option downfield cuts looked off, but the handlers are going to work it between themselves. One deep cut coming. Oh, what's up? Ali Afandi wants to go fast. He's saying maybe it's Taco. Maybe the disc is Taco, though. What a showboat. Ali Afandi.
His signature double piece
Look,
being pulled out after that block.
He is a champion. Oh, maybe maybe a sideline attempt in a nutmeg, but here we go. Hopefully they'll get the disc and get moving, and Equilibrium will have their shot.
Just a lovely block, lovely hand block, and not afraid to get in front of that huge huck as well.
Not afraid at all, and it would have been a belter. All right, Afandi's ready to go. Everyone else is ready to go. And there's a lot of bodies really close to the disc. I don't love it. I would love to see a little bit more space. And it means that Afandi has to try and go over the top and just overthrows McNee a little bit. And this one's going to almost hit the camera. Jeepers. Woo, what an absolute beam. Yeah, the AUC coach helpfully pointing out where the disc absolutely sent it out of the sideline. Almost cleaned our cameraman's head off. Buck's going to be picking up. Doesn't take the throw to Scott, but takes the behind pass. Oh, can't quite get it in front, and that is another turnover. Oh! Bento manages to hold on to that disc. Afandi hunting for another hand block, though. That's number 82 with the disc. Looking downfield. A pick called. I will say some of AUUC's stack is a little bit crowdy, is a little bit clustery. And it is sort of causing those picks, I think. Some of the cuts that people are making, because they are so close to other pairs of players, does mean that it's messy.
Yeah, I think the AUUC coach is right. The stack is potentially a little bit too close to the sideline, making those cuts very difficult as they're going to be quite close to the stack, and that is pick central.
Agreed. Oh, sneaky one through the middle. That's number 76 with the disc. Over the top. And a big,
lovely
deep
shot.
one. This might be it. Oh, no! Out of the hands of number 10. I believe that's Zhao, who's previously proven herself fairly reliable. Oh,
I thought the game was in the bag.
look, this is too much for me. I can't handle this level of stress. Someone give me a cup of tea and a lie down. All right, that's going to be McNee with the disc. We've got Z going deep. Not coming though. Schnauer, overthrown. Afandi not close enough to recover it.
And AUUC might have their chance here.
Just behind his player, but she recovers. That's Zhao again. Looking downfield, not getting what she's wanting. Oh, out of the hands of number 17, Sigurdin. I think there'll be a quick discussion on whether she had control and whether any contact that happened affected. It does look like they've agreed. She did, and it did. Or at least there was contact that affected. So that's number 3 now with the disc. Looking deep and sends it over the head of Bento, and he's going to grab it.
And there we have it. AUUC with their first win of the tournament.
Woo!
What a game.
What a game. Honestly, after all of the crazy, spectacular things that happened earlier in the game, that was almost an anticlimactic finish.
Yeah.
But they're all done. They're all dusted. And AUUC and Equilibrium both should be super proud of how each of their teams played. Fought really, really hard. AUUC coming away with their first dub of the tournament. Congratulations to all those players, including that incredibly young line in particular.
Yeah, Equilibrium doing a great job to keep the game close. Down 8-3 at half, and the game finished, was that?
9-13.
9-13, so great job from Equilibrium to keep the fight going the entire time. Yeah, could have gone either way.
Yep, spectacular stuff. We'll see you later in the day on the ULTI.TV stream. Thank you so much from me, Beck Soper.
And I'm Michael James.
Amazing. Matewa.
ULTI.TV.